Okay, 13 degrees, wet and incredibly crowded. That's my impression of Brisbane Airport at the moment. It's not great. It's only 13 degrees, so it's very, very cold. And it's so bloody crowded in the Virgin area. It keeps getting down here. I was walking around in circles for a while because I couldn't work out the signage. I was totally disorientated, so I passed by the same guy. I realised there's something wrong and I asked them. Yeah, I missed the exit. So, yeah, hopefully luggage will be here soon, but I'm not sure where the luggage storage place is. It might be just across there, but I'll have to find out. I'd rather get one that's attended by people, but there's no indication of where that would be. Lots of signs for bloody air trains. Seems to be the only things advertised. Things like luggage storage, there's not much information, unfortunately. So I guess I could ask these people over here who work for Virgin. They might know. Oh, well, I'm on the air train. It should be leaving any moment now, which is good because it looked like I was going to wait another 20 minutes or so on the other platform, but hopefully leaving very soon, and I'll be able to make that appointment. But it's been quite stressful because I went to try to put the big bag into storage, used my ANZ credit card. It didn't work. So then I actually ended up using I went and saw the information people. They were very helpful, came along with me as well to another one of the stations. There's quite a few of these automatic stations. They're all scattered all over the place, which isn't particularly helpful. It would be better if they had them all in one place and they had someone overseeing them. That would be a smart move, so that you could actually speak to and talk to about it. But no, they don't. They have a whole lot of different sections.
Brisbane Domestic Airport Station.
Scattered throughout the
and Park Road train.
Throughout the airport.
All stations.
And so I tried again, didn't work. And then I tried my debit card, ANZ debit card, Visa debit card, still Visa. It worked. Worked that out, but not my credit card, which is an ANZ Visa. So, crazy system, pretty poor actually. So it created a lot of stress. I'm going to be late for my appointment. Can't be helped. I'm just one of those things, unfortunately. And it's a horrible day weather-wise. Again, the second time I've come down here, when I went to Vietnam, the previous time I was doing it for a medical appointment, and it was crook weather then too. They get a lot of rain down here, and it's only 13 degrees. So not what I was hoping for, but anyway. At least I got rid of the big bag and I can get around the city, and hopefully they'll hold the appointment, because I just can't possibly make it in the time frame they gave me. So look, we'll see how we go. And I tried ringing the number to tell them that I'll probably be late, but it's overflowed. You can't get through on it. You put on hold and it's useless. Okay, well, it's about 1 o'clock, a little after 1, and I'm just outside of the main entrance of the hospital. Though I was actually had to go and see specialists up on this wing up there. The weather's improved a bit, and what I've got to try to figure out is where the bus route is, because it's down here somewhere. This is where I came in. It's all very confusing. Typical hospitals. I've got a whole stack of new dry drops I've got to use, or two new eye drops. Apparently the pressure in my eyes has gone up, and that's something you've got to be very careful with. So the doctor, I think I saw the head honcho today. Geez, he tell you what, he went through the console. Didn't waste any time, this guy. So he's pretty efficient. I was only in there for 5 minutes. He got to see a lot of people as he's waiting. So as I was waiting, so he's very efficient at getting through the cases. But Dr. Lee, I'm pretty sure that was Dr. Lee. So he reckons I've got to take a couple more drops. So it's a bit of a pain in the ass, but what can you do? It's only twice a day, I suppose. The other one I had to take 4 times a day, and I found it really hard to remember to do them regularly. So it was bloody freezing when I got here in the morning. 8 o'clock, it was 13 degrees, and it feels a little warmer now. There's a little bit of sun, not much, but it's taken a bit of the edge off at least. As you can see, it's all over the place. This building, it's just like obviously just done additions over the time. Now I think, trying to remember where this bus route was, I think it's here, but I'm only guessing. No, actually I don't think it is. I was told that this particular walkway, I think that's a walkway, is actually where the bus goes from it. But that's not a walkway. That's actually a. I really can't work it out. I don't know where I am. This is one of the most disorientating buildings I've ever come across. So yeah, the bus route's down somewhere around here, but I'm not really sure where it is. It's a bit of a mystery to me, but I've got plenty of time anyway. Won't be catching up with Steve till 3:30, so I guess I could just wander around and try to explore and find out. There's some signage here. This might give me a clue. Yeah, it's just, I don't know where I got that. Yeah, I think I had to go all the way down there. I think I'd have to backtrack. Well, I'm trying to navigate towards where I think I'd find buses leaving, but there's no real indication. There's no signage. I saw a bus go down a side street near the hospital, but I simply cannot recall how I actually got to the hospital from the bus stop. It's almost like it's hidden away. So what I'm going to do is just walk towards the CBD. The only trouble is that we've got a lot of nasty grey clouds. A little bit of sunshine through there, as you can see. But in Maine, there's just so much grey sky. I'm going to get pissed on. I just think I'm just going to get under cover for a short time. And then I'll walk towards the city using GPS as my guide. Because this particular street goes into the CBD. So I might just do that, I don't know. I'm just get a way of exploring the city, I suppose, get a bit of exercise. Not that it's the healthiest walk because it's right next to all the traffic. But yeah, I'm flummoxed. I'm absolutely flummoxed. I should have taken a much closer note of how I got from that bus stop to the hospital, because I've got no idea. I know the other end of it's much easier, but this particular, the 3:30 bus, wow, I've got no idea how it got that close. Anyway, I'll soldier on and do a bit of walking, and I'm dog tired. Hopefully I'll sleep well on the flight tonight. And just I haven't had any luck with weather in Brisbane. It's just always seems to be raining, and today it was particularly cold on top of it. But at least it's not quite as chilly as it was earlier in the day. But I'm missing Cairns, I'll tell you. It's the Northern Beaches is heaven compared to this. I just stumbled upon the actual bus station, but it's upstairs. That's why I didn't see it. So if you're walking along the street there, you wouldn't even notice it. You've got to go up these stairs. You've got to go another level because the bus lane is right at the top here. So it is here, but if it wasn't for the big signage downstairs, I wouldn't have had a clue. But I must have got off here, or around here anyway. It's been a pretty crappy night actually, because Steve normally has a really nice group of people have a drink with and what have you. Only one of his friends turned up tonight and I didn't get on with them. I mean, I didn't say any harsh words or anything, but he just ignored me and I ignored him. And as soon as I got to Central Station for the air train, I heard an announcement over the PA saying that there'd been a delay with the air train for some technical reason. So just It's been a really crappy night because it's been so damn cold here. I've really felt uncomfortably cold in the pub. There was a breeze coming through. It was just horrible. Just a disgusting night. And then Steve's band of merry men seems to have disappeared for some reason. I don't know why. So got me beat. You know, the world's a strange place. You can't count on certainties, that's for sure. I'm hoping that things are better in Vietnam. Well, I've made it to international departures 4 hours before my flight, so I've got oodles of time. It's a 11:30 departure for the Vietjet flight that I'm booked on. And I'm here at about 7:30, so oodles of time. Actually 7:26 to be exact. The sky, there was a bit of a kerfuffle with the air train, where I think there was a problem with the scheduling, but it got it came fairly soon after the original posting, so it wasn't too bad. About supposed to come about 6:31. It came a little later, I think, but it was no big deal. What was amazing is that I was able to get the transfer bus from the domestic airport back to the international airport in no time. It departed just seconds after I actually got inside. So that was very efficient. I couldn't find the information booth. They must have closed down for the day, which is not great. I mean, people are going to need information 24 hours a day, so I don't see what the point of that is, but they did help me out this morning, so that was nice. And I've just got to say, one of the most boring, unfulfilling jobs in the world would be a bus driver driving between the domestic and international terminals, or vice versa. Yeah, you wonder what sort of job satisfaction you get out of that gig. But anyway, someone's got to do it. Thank God someone is doing it, and as a consequence, I'm ready to go. I've just got to wait for another hour, and then I can check in and ditch the big bag, and we'll be finally in preparation for my final flight, the big one to Vietnam. So that'll be good. All the other hassles I had will be fairly minor in comparison to I'm going to. I think it'll be fairly smooth sailing. I mean, what I'm actually trying to say is that the hassles I've got ahead of me are going to be minor compared to what I've had to put up with today. So tomorrow, hopefully I'll get a bit of sleep on the flight. And I only had about 3 beers, as it turned out. So I'm hardly inebriated to any extent. I had 3 schooners of Great Northern. And yeah, just basically now waiting for the check-in to be opened, and then I'll be in the departure lounge, and it'll be a lot nicer than waiting out here. Not that it's bad out here, but I've got these couches, although they've actually got wear and tear signs already, quite a few tears in them, but they're comfortable to lie in. So I'm very grateful that they've got them here in Brisbane. I think it's a really nice addition to the overall thing. I think I'm actually right near the Vietjet check-in anyway. It's number 8, so I think, yeah, should be smooth sailing, hopefully. Hopefully won't be any problems with my visa that I've got, and I'll be able to relax and just wait for the flight, and then basically meditate with some copious amounts of sedatives to get me at least 4 hours sleep. that's the plan. Sardinesville on the commuter bus, really. We got the air bridge in Brisbane, but not here. There's the plane I came on, and soon will be in immigration. It's about 5:30, so that's not too bad. And the weather is a damn sight better than Brisbane. It's 25 degrees. I can handle that. Back into warm weather, wonderful. I had a window seat that had no window. That was interesting, but there was no one sitting next to me, so that was a bonus, I guess. Well, this is the first me actually waiting for my luggage to come out on the carousel. Normally it's in a pile on the side. They're so bloody quick, but it's like a normal situation. I had to take the bus across to the terminal, and there was no air bridge, but that's okay, and time's not an issue. That could be my luggage just there, actually. And I thought I was going to get through immigration. Then there's a whole group of American Vietnamese that thought they could go straight through as one group, but the immigration officer said no, you have to go through individually. So there was about half a dozen of them, so that slowed things down. But I mean, time's not an issue anyway. There's no stress regarding time here. That's the beauty of it. So yeah, still waiting for my luggage. No, not yet, but I didn't check in early, so it shouldn't be the last. So we'll see if that theory holds up. But as I say, it's the first time I've actually had to wait for it to come out of the curtains onto the carousel. So there's a first for this trip. There is a pile of luggage over the other side now. I just checked it out, couldn't find my bag though. So that's normally what they do here, is have this offloaded off the conveyor belt, but mine still hasn't showed up. So again, no rush, no need to worry at this stage. Plenty of time. Yeah, I had a very thorough look through there. I couldn't find anything close to mine, so alright, just keep waiting. And this has been my longest wait for luggage. It's taking forever. I was just talking to a guy who had a flight from here to Brisbane. He said he had to wait 1.5 hours to get his luggage on that flight. While I was talking to him, he got his bag came out, so lucky him. But I'm still waiting, so yeah, I think it's about 6:15, and not that there's, no, 6:20. So I don't have to worry about killing time. The baggage handlers are doing it for me. But yeah, incredibly sluggish. I think the only time I've had worse, I suppose, would be Denpasar. That was pretty bad. I think it's got a reputation for not being fabulous. But unfortunately, my bag is a no-show so far. No sign of it at all. Oh boy. Luckily all my high value stuff is in my backpack, but clothes and everything else is in the main baggage, so it'll be an inconvenience to say the least if I don't get it. But I've got to say, I'm feeling fairly pessimistic right now. Well, it's 6:29 and finally my luggage has come off the plane. Big relief, but boy was that long. That a long wait. It's unbelievable. Yep, definitely mine. Always double check. No one else has got my style anyway, the luggage, so I'm pretty safe. Oh, now I can get moving. I decided to take the local bus. It only cost $5,000 for me and $5,000 for my piece of monstrous luggage over there. So pretty good. And there's only 2 of us on board at the moment, 2 other passengers. And ticket lady's very nice. Speaks quite good English actually. So yeah. Like I say, I've got plenty of time, and well, I'll just wander the streets if I'm there too early for Bentong with the money exchange. We'll see how we go. This is the closest stop-off place for Bentong Market, which doesn't make sense to me because there is a stop over there, which I'm surprised they didn't stop there, but maybe they figure this puts me closer to the footpath, so it does make sense, I guess. See, I'm really feeling the heat compared to Brisbane, which was quite chilly. This is like humidity city now. So at least it's not raining, so that's the good news. But it's warm, and this is only about 7:30 in the morning. They're still building that building. It's taking forever, and it looks as though they're not going to open the railway, the metro, for months, probably the end of the year, I'd say. They keep delaying it all the time. I was supposed to have a test run in July, but no cigar. And so that's Bentong Market over the other side there. I've just got to go over that way to get to the money changer, but they won't be open till 8 o'clock, so I'll mosey on down there just before 8 and try my luck. They might be open early, you never know. But you get that out of the way, then I'll get to Viettel. Viettel are going to charge 350,000 dong for 1 month. I think it had 150 gigs of data, which I don't need, so that's just overkill. I've got to say the public bus ride in was really good. There's one of the raffle sellers go around, and in lieu of begging they do that, so I guess it helps and keeps some level of pride, and that's understandable. Yeah, that public bus service is excellent. I had no problems with it actually. It took about this. I think it actually was faster than the one that you paid more, the orange bus. So it's quite bizarre. I don't know why anybody bother. There's not that many stops that I could see. Probably double the number that there are on the other one, but because it's so early in the morning, there weren't that many people getting on and off anyway. So it was. I thought it was going to take twice as long, to be quite frank. So I'm here really early, but at least it's not raining. Do a bit of blogging. I don't know what else I can blog about. I mean, I've been here a fair few times, but there was actually a Viettel store, a little stand actually, just before you went to immigration, and there was also the other one after, so they were in full force today. But as I said, I'm just 350 for 150 gigs of data is way over the top for me. I just don't need that. So I'm paying for something I'm not going to use, and that's a cardinal sin of waste. Oh, that's a nice cool breeze. Gee, that helps. Oh man, without that breeze it's quite oppressive here. I'm just going through my morning meds. I've got to take them. Might as well do it now. I've got a bit of downtime. I don't think it's going to take me long to get a Venison cab from Bentong Market once I've got done my currency conversion. That'll be the least of my worries. They're everywhere. They circle around the place continually, and that'll be fine. So I'll just take my other eye drops. I don't want to get too close to Bentong because then I'll get hassled by hawkers and other people. So I'll make it a little later on, I think. Might be the smart move. As I say, I got oodles of time. It's good not to have time pressure. I felt really a bit stressed yesterday with my appointment. Didn't need to. I was actually the last person the doctor actually saw. So they must have made it the last appointment because they knew I was flying in. But they didn't seem super fussed at all. So that was good. At least, I did get a good night's sleep, a very good night's sleep. I had the usual 2 sedatives, the what they call Tem something or other. Tem. I can't remember Tem. No, I can't remember the names. Tem something already. Anyway, and yeah, 2 of those I was off like a light because I was absolutely stuffed. And I got a quite decent sleep. I'm feeling a lot better today than I did yesterday. So I must have got at least a 4 hours solid sleep, maybe 5. And I got back to sleep after that as well, so it's good. Yeah. So yeah, that set me up for a better day today. Because if you're absolutely exhausted, you just make bad decisions and you get irritable, and it's not, it destroys the day. But I feel as though at this stage I'll be fine to do the number 5 bar thing in the afternoon unless I fall in a heap. But at the moment I'll be up for it. I only had 3 schooners yesterday. It just didn't click like our normal get-togethers, unfortunately. And only one of Steve's friends was there, and he didn't seem to really take a liking to me. So it wasn't exactly great chemistry. So I don't know why he was pissed off with me or reticent to speak with me, but yeah, it's just strange. Because most of his friends are really nice. So I'd work it out. Anyway. There's nothing else I can think of that happened yesterday or today. Yeah, just getting back to yesterday. God, that was such a horrible day weather-wise and everything. It was actually a big relief to get to the international terminal. I still felt the place shaked as occasionally, so I wonder about the structural integrity of the place, but still standing. I haven't heard of them actually having to fix it, so maybe it's all right. I've no idea. But one thing I found curious was there was a young teenage girl, I guess she must have been. Good my eyes, so I'm just guessing, of course. But she got an absolute buzz out of pushing wheeled luggage back and forward across the check-in counters, in front of the check-in counters. Absolutely bizarre. She seemed to be little energetic, I want to do everything type thing. It's just, I wish I got it on camera, because it's just the enthusiasm she got. She won't need drugs because she's on a natural high. So just pushing luggage around floats her boat. It's very strange. But what was the other thing I was going to mention? I always forget. I need to write a list down of things. But I mean, it was good on the flight that I had that I didn't have anybody next to me. Oh, by the way, no one could kick me in the back because it was the last row of seats, and it was next to the wall, so there's no way that was going to happen. But it did happen on the Virgin flight. There was a couple of parents. I noticed when I got out off the plane, I noticed who was sitting behind me. There was a couple of parents with a young kid. Typical, just they're a pain in the arse, and the parents do not control their kids. They're hopeless. They figure it's not their problem. Well, it's a problem for everybody else. It's pretty selfish, I think. So yeah, I had to put up with that yesterday on the Virgin flight. But the Virgin flight was quite good, and Virgin's quite a decent airline. Certainly much better than the good old Jetstar, but it's a fairly low bar we're talking there. There was a young, when I was waiting for the bus, there was actually a young Chinese guy that hadn't been here before, and so I had a very short chat with him. So it's just interesting when you travel, you meet all these different people. Well, I'm settled into my room. It's a couple of hours since I moved in, actually. So, it's probably about 3 hours almost, because I was just buggered and had a bit of a snooze and just got settled in. This has got a lot of stairways, this building. I'm on the 4th level, so we'll see how I handle that. That's a fair bit of hoofing to do to get to my room, so we'll see how I survive that. But I'm not sure how late my access is either to this place, because it's through a shop down below. It's very quiet, which is good, but there is a bit of a mould smell to the room, which is the downside. So I'm not so thrilled with that. Now that might be where they live. Maybe they live just here, because the light just went on when I walked there. Actually, it's not too bad. I walked along there. This must still be left open for open access, I guess, after hours. They've got their door key ready. I don't know how that works, but Yeah, there seems to be a key lock on it, but I wasn't told anything about getting access in via the key, so I better check that out and make sure that's all right. Oh, gee. Well, things could have gone worse today. It's actually worked out okay. Gee, I feel tired just walking down there. Just get my bearings too, so I remember where I am. Yeah, just that little sign there. The blue warning's a giveaway. Yep. Not a problem. All right. Well, I'm pretty sure I know where I am. I'll go back. But yeah, I'm a bit pooped actually. So this is, I've got to go down to the supermarket, just get basics. Other thing that they don't supply is soap. There's no soap. So there is in the shower, but nothing. No additional soap, which I wouldn't mind getting. So, and I've got to get toothpaste. So a few things I've got to get, but no water either. So there are a few things missing. I think it's actually better set out than the other place I stayed at, but the main downside is that mouldy smell. Hopefully that will dissipate. It might be caused by the aircon, I'm just not sure. So, yeah, I'll have to find out what the story is with that door entrance, because if that's locked at night, I don't have I've just got one key. I don't have any other way of getting in, so surely they would have told me about that. Well, I better get that clarified. I don't even know if I'm going to be up for number 5 today. I'm just feeling really tired. And what I might do is just have a meal locally, and I might get some beer at the supermarket. We'll see how I feel. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Indifferent about the whole thing at the moment. But yeah, the Grab driver took me a totally different way to what I expected. It actually was a bit similar to one of the other drivers, the other one that drove a taxi, who went through this toll gate area, and they did the same sort of thing, but they got lost. This guy seemed to know where he's going. We didn't really get lost. It was a totally different way of getting here. So I was a bit concerned about that. I pissed him off too, because I was blocking his view of his rear view mirror. He got a bit shirty about that. But he did push my seat back, so I'd have more leg room, plus the fact I wouldn't be pushing my bag up it, which is obscuring his view. So, but it turned out okay. Got me to where I need to go, and I gave him a tip. I gave the previous cab driver a tip. I've been in a generous mood today. Well, I thought I'd actually do a video from inside my hotel, apartment, I guess you'd call it. It is an apartment. It's a decent space. It'd probably be about 60 square metres, maybe. Oh, maybe not that much, no, when I think about it. No, maybe 40, something like that. It's okay, though. It's quite reasonable, and there's quite a nice view out onto the laneway that it's based on. And so the location's very good. 3 flights of stairs, but I'm not particularly fussed. Apparently it's very good for your health and increases your longevity. So there are benefits, but just takes a little bit of getting used to. My health isn't 100% in just one area, and that is regarding my digestive tract. I've had a lot of gastro, and so it's been a bit rugged the last this week in particular has been pretty bad. It's about the worst I've ever encountered in Vietnam. I have my days, but not like this, not when it's sort of almost every day, with very few breaks. And I was supposed to go out to number 5 bar yesterday. It's Thursday now, and I think I'll delay it till tomorrow, because I just don't feel 100% confident leaving my apartment for any length of time until I feel as if the gastro has settled down a bit. So you can understand that, I guess. I wanted to go to Potato Clothing, which is a store just, it's about a block from a major park that's in an area in District 1 that I've stayed in, actually. I know the area fairly well. And I want to go there and just see if I can get, show these guys the design I have for the I Love Number 5 bar t-shirt. We're using the number 5 design, incorporating that with just putting I heart and then the rest of it taken from that. I don't think Heinz would be particularly concerned about it. I'll tell them about it anyway. It's not a major thing, I don't think, but if they can do it for a reasonable price, that'd be good. But I don't. They wanted me to use an app, and I couldn't be bothered getting an app online. It's another one because I've already got enough apps. It's like having passwords. I've got enough of those to keep me going for a few lifetimes, and I feel pretty well the same way about apps. I just don't want to add to them unless it's particularly necessary. So I'd rather just go. I'll go in there and check the place out, and they've got some clothes and stuff and what have you, so it'd be worth just looking at. And it's probably about a half-hour walk to the pub from there. So as long as it's not pissing down rain, although it has been a bit overcast lately. So that yesterday wasn't great weather to get the grab as well, but it really was mainly because I was a bit concerned about how I was feeling down below. Although, as it turned out, I probably could have gone to the pub, but I don't know if all those drinks I had at the pub would have gone down well, because I paid for it about 1 a.m, 1:30, so that was, not great. But anyway, there's other things to speak about that I haven't mentioned when I was walking around, is all the crap that's happened in America. Of course, the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, that's huge news, and that came as a shock. That was the day I had the first gastro. I remember it well. So that was Sunday our time and Saturday American time. And what I'm finding staggering is all this business about the security that was provided. Well, lack of security and the Mickey Mouse aspect of it, with these short-ass women who looked fairly incompetent from what we could see, and leaving up to the tall guys to do the heavy lifting when it came to protecting the president. It's all part of this diversity BS that's happening in lieu of actually employing people on merit. And I think it is interesting, who's responsible for the head of the Secret Service, this woman who's obviously incompetent from what I can tell. It was Jill Biden. She was the one who pushed her forward, and we know how competent old Joe is. So I mean, yeah, Jill, you're really kicking a few goals lately, aren't you? I mean, it's just embarrassing for America to have such a schmozzle of a setup. There were plenty of people that were pointing out to the agents that there was a guy going up with a gun onto a rooftop, but they wouldn't go to the rooftop because it was too steep. It wasn't steep at all. I mean, this is the most absurd thing I've ever heard. It really is embarrassing for the Secret Service to have a woman that's trying to spin that there is a legitimate reason for not going on top of this roof. I mean, it is embarrassing. There's no two ways about it. This just shouldn't have happened. So I just wanted to do this update. I thought, well, look, rather than just wandering around the streets of District 7, which I've done before anyway, I'm repeating myself. I do want to do some new things while I'm here, but unfortunately I've been grounded for most of this week, and it's just very frustrating for me. I did have my far bar again today, and that went down really well. I didn't want to miss out on it because I also get lots of greens with it, and it's a healthy meal. And even though I knew having more food may well trigger me again. It actually did. I actually had to go to the loo a few times after I came back from having that. So that lasted for a couple of hours. So yeah, I've been in the wars. It's been pretty bad, and I'm fairly run down. But I'm only hoping that if I have a grog-free night and I don't eat any food tonight, just give my system a chance to maybe reset, and I might be in one piece tomorrow. I only usually have a bang me on the second day, and I'll just strictly stick to that and won't have any other food, apart from, say, some nuts at the pub. But look, I might do it that way. But yeah, I do want to get out of the place, and I'm feeling a little better now. I might go for a walk because it's not great. I might even go. Well, I sort of have alcohol-free night, but I mean, I may go down to the Speakeasy because I could really do with just getting out. But I don't drink much there. I only have a couple of drinks at 50,000 dong each, which is still not much. I mean, it's about $3, but you wouldn't want to. I just don't want to drink excessively anyway. Just a couple of beers would do me, and play a few games of pool. That'd be quite good, just to get me out of the four walls, as it were. So yeah, it hasn't worked out perfectly this trip, and I'll be buggered if I know exactly what's causing this reaction, because I've got pretty well the same diet I've always followed when I've come here. I had an excess amount of Coke earlier in the week, a couple of days ago, and that might have made things worse, but I don't think it was the sole cause. I think I've just basically got to really, just not eat and drink too much, and just give myself a chance to recover. Fingers crossed is all I can say, and hopefully be back at number 5 bar tomorrow. Please consider subscribing to my channel if you think there's anything there of use to you, or entertainment or whatever. And either do that or give me a thumbs up, or if you're feeling really energetic, do both. That'd be great. But please don't ignore me. That's the worst thing you can do on YouTube, is be ignored.